All right, so it was my plan to shoot these digital tip videos here in my hotel in Toronto, but I didn't really realize how busy it actually was going to be. It is really busy, so I'm going to try to fit it in between when people walk behind me and when they don't, but I think it's really cool. It's a cool spot. I want to use it. Just might take me a little bit longer than normal. All right, I'm here in Toronto. I'm shooting a vlog about how the social media algorithms work, and I've been wanting to do that vlog for a while. I came here to Toronto and I got lucky because the hotel I'm in has this really wonderful, colorful display behind me. So I have to get a couple digital tips in, and going with that theme of the social media algorithm, I'm going to talk about how to stand out on oversaturated social media platforms without using paid ads, without pay to play. There was someone behind me, wasn't there? This is going to be really hard. I honestly thought that it was going to be less busy. All right, I'm going to start with my number one pro tip. My number one tip to stand out on oversaturated social media platforms is very simple. You have to use the features that are not getting used often. So what that means is IGTV. IGTV came out on Instagram. A lot of people weren't using it. Use it. LinkedIn just had LinkedIn Lives that are available. Submit the form, get the platform, do a LinkedIn Live. It's going to allow your reach to go out further. Platforms are always pushing new features, so use them as much as possible. When Instagram comes out with Reels to try to match TikTok, use them. You are going to stand out and you're going to get a bigger organic reach. One more example, Facebook video polls. You can now put polls in the middle of your videos. Use that feature. Number two, you have to be more social than anyone on the platforms. You have to work harder than everyone else, which means you have to answer every single comment. If you're a small creator and you're trying to get going, answering every single comment is the easiest way to develop an audience that's engaged with your content time and time again. You have to play the numbers game. You need thousands of followers. That means you have to message tens of thousands of people. Those people are going to start to trust you more and more. They're going to become your audience. They're going to become your true believers that are going to allow your platforms to grow bigger and bigger over time. Pro tip number two and tip number three, stop scheduling your content. Social media platforms don't like when you use scheduling software because it removes some of that organic feel to the content. Scheduling softwares do not have all of the ability to post. For example, Zoho, you can't post over 3-minute videos. All the platforms have little quirks that don't allow you to get your content out to those platforms. So social media platforms don't like that. Facebook and Instagram specifically do not schedule. You have to either use the Facebook scheduling option or just post organically. Do it the old-fashioned way. Work harder to make the content go further. My next tip is use multiple types of media. I myself made this mistake many times on Instagram and some platforms that I don't focus all my attention into. I focus on YouTube and TikTok. So on Instagram, sometimes I was just putting out those IGTV videos. I was putting out videos. I was forgetting about photos. But Instagram recently made a change where photos get a little bit further organic reach. They're now favoring photos over some of that video content, which means I wasn't creating and correcting enough. On all your platforms, find what works and then create and correct. Use multiple kinds of media to see what works as the algorithms change. Now that comes to my next tip. Once you're creating and correcting, scale with the content that works really well. So once you find what works, let's say you're on Facebook and like myself, you find that my tip videos work well. For yourself, maybe it's one of your niche videos, one of your service videos that work well. Keep producing that content and scale it. Try to produce way more of it while still leaving a little bit of room to create and correct with some of those other media types so that you can keep seeing what works. What works today on social media isn't what your audience is going to be looking for 3-6 months from now. So make lots of content, keep creating and correcting, provide that value. That's what your audience is looking for. My next pro tip, this is something that rarely people do, but they should do way more. Ask your audience what they're looking for. Twitter is a great platform for that. Reach out to your people on Twitter, talk to them, engage with them back and forth. Ask them what kind of content they're looking for from you. What you think is good content doesn't necessarily still resonate with your audience. Again, I've made these mistakes, and I find that for a lot of companies specifically, decisions are made in that boardroom, but the boardroom isn't the audience. The boardroom are the people that are living and breathing that product every single day. You have to ask your audience what they're looking for. It's going to help you make better content. It's going to help you stand out on oversaturated social media platforms. It's my fault. It's my fault. I really thought it wasn't going to be so busy. I have one tip left. Just got to get one tip out, then I'm done. Almost there. Actually, I'm surprised I made it this far. Just so everyone knows, this whole lobby of the hotel is full of people. Again, such a poor choice. Last tip, and my phone just died. All social media platforms, I know I talked about making multiple types of media earlier, but all social media platforms are moving towards video. They're trying to compete with TV and Netflix and all the streaming services. They want your attention because then they get your advertising dollars. So make lots of video. Watch time is huge. The longer you can engage your audience, the more you're going to gain organic traction and stand out on oversaturated social media platforms. So focus on video. Platforms like TikTok only have video right now. Other ones coming out, Triller, all of the new ones are just video. So recognize that Facebook, Instagram, all of them, still video is going to make a difference. If you're doing a video on Instagram, use IGTV. On Facebook, try to go over 3 minutes. They give you all those indicators when you're posting the video. Use them. All right, guys, before anyone walks behind me, I'm going to cut this episode. Let me know in the comments below if you got any value from this episode. I am trying to create and correct and make better videos for YouTube every single day. Smash that like, smash that dislike. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully less busy behind me. That's all. Yes, I know. I don't know what I was thinking, but it worked out. I think there was lots of cuts, maybe some different colors, but had to use it. It was too cool. This gingerbread house is way too cool.